Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to DV Live. I am Amanda Acom, the marketing coordinator here at Desert Valleys, joined by Adrian Ochoa, who's back from the outer realms of the galaxy from our last episode.
Yes.
Thank you again for participating in May the 4th.
It was fun.
It's always a good time.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was a good one. So before we get started, make sure if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and never miss out on a conversation. So today, for anyone not watching, can you tell us who you are, what you do at the credit union, and your first vehicle?
Okay, I'm Adrian Ochoa. I'm a loan officer at Desert Valleys. I've been here for almost 10 years. And my first vehicle was a 1990 Nissan Pathfinder.
So crazy. So crazy. I wish I had my first vehicle still.
So did I.
So the first one that I paid for on my own was a 1998 Toyota Tacoma single cab, and I loved it. It was faded purple, Barney, loved the little thing. So still wish I had that guy.
Yes.
And what was the color of yours?
Mine was white with red interior.
So was it custom?
No, but it was unique. I didn't find too many of those because I've tried to find the vehicle again since I don't have it anymore, and I can't find exactly what I need.
Oh.
Exactly what I had with the bright red interior, and it was nice. It was nice. I missed that thing.
That's different. I know red interior is like starting to come back too. So I don't know if I could deal with red all the time.
Yeah, it didn't seem to bother me.
Really?
Yeah, no, it didn't bother me at all.
I feel like with our color palette here at Desert Valleys, that's probably why you've stuck around so long.
Maybe, I don't know. I wish it was a little brighter, but other than that.
Congratulations also on 10 years.
Thank you.
So today's episode, we're going to dive into the May and June auto loan promotion that's currently going on.
Yes, I believe it started early at beginning of May, yeah.
So the summer kickoff promotion, summer splash, we'll say that, maybe.
Not so hot yet, kickoff promotion.
I don't know. It was 102 already today.
Yeah.
So everyone's going to be needing to buy scooters pretty soon.
Well, I wonder how much we miss the wind now. So little bit.
Okay, a little bit.
Little breeze at least.
A little breeze. Yes, yeah. I will agree there. So, can you tell us more about the current promotion?
Yes, it ends at the end of June. So 30 days in June.
30 days.
30 days in June.
30 days.
So it ends June 30th. Yes. There's two aspects of it. The first one is the no payments or option to defer payments for the first 90 days.
Okay.
And it is optional, so people don't have to partake in it. If they want to start paying on it right away, they can.
So instead of paying their first payment, they can go ahead and go to the beach or somewhere that's cooler.
Right, and that was our mindset with it, that people are starting to planning those first out-of-school vacations, camping trips, the beach.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
Right.
So a little bit of extra pocket cash that they can have during those trips, that they don't have to worry about a big, gloomy payment coming on their brand-new vehicle that they just bought.
Right.
Because I'm sure with these inflation prices, they've already spent enough on the car that they don't want to think about the first payment coming right now when they want to go on vacation.
I'll be honest, it's wild that one of my vehicles, so we bought a new one earlier this year, and they were like, oh, are you trading in your vehicle? We have an SUV shortage. And I was like, no, I would still like to keep mine. Yeah. And they're like, we can give you, I think they said like 16. And I was like, that's more than I bought the car at. And they're like, yeah, we know. And I was all, this is wild. Yeah. So I can only imagine where we're at today.
Oh, it's crazy. I just did one today that kind of like, I was talking to the member. I'm like, that's great if you want it. Kind of hurts a little there paying that price, but it's not unreasonable with what everyone was asking for that vehicle as well. It's the new norm, at least for right now.
That's crazy. So with the promotion ending June 30th, we're going with 30 days in June.
Sure. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it is. Someone drop in the comments if we're wrong. But June 30th, if I close on a new vehicle that day, that means from that day out, I can go 90 days without my first payment.
You could, yes.
Which is mid-September, end of September?
It'd be towards the end of September because we do hold it to exactly 90 days, not 3 months.
Okay.
So July, 31 days. August, I believe, 31 days. That's going to suck up some of your third 90 days. But 28th, 27th, close enough, right?
Close enough, yeah.
Close enough.
It's there. That's crazy. But I mean, like you said, if it's an $800 payment, I could go on a nice trip for that.
That's could be your vacation. That could be your hotel for a week.
Yeah.
Depending on inflation there too, I guess. But
I mean, unless I'm going to Disneyland, then that's maybe my entry fee for the day.
that's probably lunch.
Maybe.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. That's one snack for everyone in my family. Poor Disney. So how about rates? What are those looking like?
Rates is the other part of the promotion where we have chosen not to raise the rates in this market right now. How everyone is itching to raise the rate as soon as possible.
Okay.
We're gonna go ahead and keep it as what we have it for the entire promotion. That way, people don't have to think about, okay, I need to buy the fastest car right now before the rates go up next week or next month, kind of a thing.
Or next hour.
Or next hour in some cases with some lenders, sure. But yeah, we decided to just keep the status quo right now so people can have some peace of mind while they shop for a vehicle. Because nowadays, like we just talked about, they're going to need to shop in order to get a decent price.
It's
or
hard.
to even get what they want.
Exactly. Just to see what you want or something with low miles. That's usually like my first thing is like, what's the mileage at?
Yeah.
And the year. It's hard to find anything out there right now.
Yes, it is.
I mean, just driving down China Lake Boulevard to drop the mail today, I was like, there are no vehicles on the lot.
Oh, on our local lots?
Yeah. Yeah. And even like private sellers, it's like, what is going on? Like people are throwing these numbers out there and I'm like, you go, girl. Like you go, Glen Coco.
I hope you get it. But yeah, some of them I know. One member brought me a posting of a car and I'm like, I'm sorry, is that how much they're willing to pay you to take that car?
Is that the mileage?
No. Well, yeah. It was just like no wheels, no engine, take it for $9,000. And I'm like,
whoa, please tell me it was a classic car or something like a.
I mean, they thought it was classic, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay, I'm talking, was it like older than the 50s?
No.
Then it's definitely not a classic.
No, it was in the 80s or something like that.
Oh, man.
So,
maybe a CRX? I mean,
no.
Even that's pushing it there.
No.
So that's crazy. And then is this promo good for new vehicles, used vehicles?
It's for new and slightly used vehicles.
What's slightly used mean?
Slightly used would be our tier between 2017 and newer. Okay, so they have a little bit of a range there. What is that, a good 5 years worth of range that they can go ahead and shop? They would qualify for this.
And then new would be 22, 23 model?
22, 21, since 23s usually don't come out until August or September-ish kind of time frames.
Okay.
Right now, who knows when they'll come out, but that's the normal time frame. They won't come out, at least from our experience, until this is long gone.
Okay.
So 21 and 22.
That's not bad, though. That's a good, still decent, 5-year range we just said?
5-year range, yeah. Especially if you're looking for low miles, you're not going to find much older than 5 years with low miles anyway. So,
what about for refis?
Refis should qualify. I haven't heard any.
I'm going to throw you a curveball there.
Yeah, no one has stopped me from doing it yet, I guess. So yeah, sure.
Okay.
As long as it's new money, I guess, new vehicles to Desert Valleys. If we haven't held the title, sure.
So I can't, obviously my vehicles are at Desert Valleys. I don't know why they would be. But if I had a loan through someone up the street and wanted to refi here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And the rates are available to anyone. I do want to make that clear. So the rate is available even for in-house refinance people if they wanted to refinance it right now. It's the 90-day portion.
The 90-day promo.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not bad. I mean, people want to take a look at the rates and see what they're at.
It's a good time, yes.
Let me tell you, yeah, like shopping around even a couple months ago, other places, they always want to try to, hey, qualify through us. And it's like, no. Well, we have this rate. And I'm like, oh, no. So it was crazy.
Yeah. That dealerships make money that way too. So it's not just on selling the vehicle anymore. It's part of selling you the financing as well. They get a portion of that cut.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they can either be one of two ways or both ways. Usually a flat referral fee for the dollar amount of a loan, just for selling the loan. And secondly, depending on what rate they do sell you, they could negotiate with that lender a portion of those returns back to them if it was more, if the dealership sold you for a higher rate than what they were going to approve you for.
Wow.
So Did that make sense right there? I know I kind
Yeah.
of mumbled there a little bit. It's kind of
No, it's kind of like which way do they want to play the game?
what's kind of like the hotel online
Like
booking
hotel
kind of thing,
Uh-huh.
where you can get it at the booking, but you also at the booking website. But don't forget, they got to make money too. So
Because they're technically a third party.
yeah, so they sold it to you where you could have maybe gotten it cheaper going directly to the hotel for that same night. So
Yeah.
same thing here with the dealership selling you at some ridiculously high rate that you agreed to pay. But if you got that loan through that same lender that they sent it to, maybe it was 3% lower. Well, they profit that extra 3%
Because there's no middleman.
because the lender now has to pay them back, and the buyer agreed to pay that amount. So
Wow.
they can always make money that way. That's why me and my other loan officers here, Robert, we do a great job of trying to explain to our members, don't go shopping telling them that you're already pre-approved, that you're paying cash or none of that, because you're taking money out of their pocket and they're not going to want to negotiate for the rest of the price, the sale of the car, if you're already taking money out of their pocket. Let them believe that they still have a shot of getting both pots right there, I guess is what I would have to.
And then at the end, be like, oh, I'm already pre-approved. So
Well, it's a sad truth, but where you get your financing shouldn't affect the price of the car, right?
So if you say, okay, I'm pre-approved at this sticker price, is there something we can negotiate down? If they already hear that you're pre-approved, why would they negotiate down? Type thing?
I mean, yeah, that too.
Hypothetical and
Yeah, because why
Frou-frou world.
why would you, right? You know, they already know they got you at the high amount, so they'll play hardball. You already got the approval for that amount, so why would I sell you the car at less?
okay.
Where you used to be able to use that to your advantage is if a car was beyond your budget, you can maybe bring it down with a lower pre-approval because the deal is already done at that point. That's in essence what you're telling them. But
Like they're for sure going to secure this amount.
the car is sold if they can sell it, pretty much at that point, right?
Yeah.
So, but those days are, for right now anyways, are gone,
Oh, yeah.
right? It's no longer the buyer comparing the dealerships for their business. It's the dealership picking who they can sell the car to now.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of flipped around. I got the car you want. How much you want to pay me for it?
Yeah. I know that you want this specifically.
And right now it's turned into that, yes. Hopefully that stops soon, but that's the market right now.
It is what it is.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we don't control that.
No.
So, any necessary fine print to mention on this promo?
For the promo? No, there isn't. It's a very simple promo, up to 90-day deferment. And don't worry about interest rates raising on you. So
yeah, that's nice. So through June 30th.
Through June 30th.
The rates that they see right now with us.
Yes.
Are going to stay face value.
Yes.
Okay. So talking about all this, are there any member stories that stick out in your mind of where maybe you've helped someone with colorful credit in the past and that they thought, oh, I'm never going to get here. I can't get this car. I just want to talk with you. And then in the end they do. Or maybe someone with no credit that came in similar?
I mean, yeah, I've had that. Nowadays, at the end of every school year, you have the no credit because kids are turning 18. So they're starting to want to get their new car and whatnot, or their first car.
Yeah.
And those happen a lot. So this is the time of year where we get no credit. Situation. Well, I guess I did have one situation where I helped a member that was struggling to get financing.
Okay.
Because when we think about a car loan as far as underwriters, loan officers, we're looking at three criteria, three main ones. Obviously, we're hoping to look at a lot of other stuff.
Right.
But three main criteria. So one of them is the income, your job.
Okay.
Second one is credit, of course. And the third one is the position, our position in the vehicle, in the car itself. Car, truck, van, whatever you want.
Okay.
Okay, so for younger people, the income's going to struggle because they haven't been on their job for 10, 5 years, whatever the case may be. Right? It's just...
You hope now that they got a job at 16 and
right.
can even secure 2 years.
Or even 17, right, something, And so that's their struggle there, along with the credit struggle because, most of them can't open credit until they're 18.
Yeah.
So in this particular situation, that didn't happen. This member just had colorful credit. They were already in their mid to late 20s.
Okay.
But they made a couple bad decisions in life when they were younger, and it was still lingering on the credit because it stays there for a while.
Yeah.
But his positive, so the credit was bad. In this situation, our position in the vehicle wasn't good either because he had a very small down payment. But his positive, what that he was at a very good job. They made a lot of income.
Okay.
And the only reason why he didn't have a bigger down payment was because his vehicle had recently died. So he wasn't planning to buy the vehicle. He was kind of quote
Forced
unquote
into
forced
it.
into, right?
Okay.
So it was just bad timing for him. So what I told him, okay, you have a great job, no down payment, credit. We're not going to talk about the credit. So
We're just going to leave that over here.
right. So and I've had a serious conversation with a very frank conversation. Let's put your money where your mouth is.
Okay.
And let's put you on an aggressive payment plan. So instead of stretching the loan out, which normally that's what you want, stretch the loan out, low monthly affordable payments.
Like 72, 84
Something
month
like
terms.
that. Yeah,
Okay.
especially for the bigger, more expensive loans.
Yeah.
But he did have a great job and worked a ton of overtime. And again, it was just bad timing. So he said, I don't mind a big payment. So I called him on it. Okay, you don't mind a big payment. Can we agree to have these terms? And it was short. I cut it shorter. That way the balance went down quicker. And what I did there was, it was a compromise. And what I did in that situation, credit, we don't talk about that. It's kind of like that movie. You don't talk about Bruno. We're not going to talk about the credit
we don't talk about Bruno.
We're not going to talk about the credit right now because you don't have a leg to stand on. So let me help you out.
I feel like in those terms, though, like putting it that way eventually helps his credit too, correct?
It does.
Okay.
Because I was already planning for the next step, and that ended the conversation. Once he accepted it and we moved on, I told him, and this isn't a loan you got to live with forever.
Right.
Let's talk about 6 months, 7 months, a year of these aggressive payments so your balance goes down. So I'm basically building in a down payment deferred as we go with payments versus all up front.
And doing that, it's less interest because I know people all know that interest is tied into it.
Yeah.
When you break it down and see how much you pay in interest over like an 84-month term, you're almost paying like half your car.
Depending on the rate.
Yeah.
Depending on the rate. I've seen some pay double the car.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and what I was setting him up for was to have a low balance and hopefully, knock on wood, not miss any payments during that time. So I was predicting his credit to go up. I was also telling him, come see me in about 6 months to a year. We'll refinance it. Your credit will go up, so your interest rate will be lower. Your payments will go down if you feel you need the breathing room kind of thing. Because at that point, you would have had enough time to budget this kind of thing. And that's what ended up working out. He came back and said, okay, I don't want to lower my payments to the low because I don't want to stretch it out because I explained to him how interest works.
Yeah.
But he wanted a little bit breathing room, so we sure enough did.
See, and I think that's the great thing that's face value here. Or, when you can walk in and talk with someone about your past and here it is and have options like that, it makes you feel more valued as a person.
Yeah, well, it gives us the opportunity to have those real conversations. Because not saying we can always help, we try to. Me and Robert pride ourselves in finding reasons to approve a loan instead of looking for reasons to deny a loan. But at the same time, we can't approve everyone, even though we try. But it at least gives us the opportunity. I regularly tell people, I get calls, do I even qualify? Do I even qualify? Do I even have a shot? I say, well, don't limit yourself. Apply and let us tell you what you can't do.
And I think it's a good learning experience too. Like, you're just focusing on this one thing. Like, I want to apply for this loan for this car.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if it can't be molded into that, here are steps to help you build credit. Here's another option or another product we have. Perfect example was when I got my SUV's car loan. I had colorful credit. Talked with Robert. We went through everything. And that day, it was like, you're leaving at least with a starter credit card. And I was like, I don't want a credit card. I didn't come here for a credit card. And this was, 2 years prior to me even working here, really building a relationship other than my checking. And I was like, I don't want that. I was so scared. And he's like, I see the young mistakes when I was like 18. And he's like, this will help you build up with your loan. And I was so scared, but it made me feel a lot better that he explained why.
Yes.
instead of feeling like I was trapped into a payment or getting in this cycle of credit cards again.
Right. Right. And that the explanation is the big difference there. That's the danger of taking the advice from the apps that nowadays are like, we'll raise your credit.
Yeah.
Do this.
And it was literally, I think, for at least 3 years, I used only that credit card for gas twice a month and paid it off. And it stayed like locked away. There's so many times I was like, I don't even know where my credit card is, but I know it's somewhere in this house. So, but I still attribute that to him. Like, thank you for explaining it to me, breaking it down, letting me be a human and not feeling like this piece of paper that's all, muddy and smudged with a number.
Right. Right.
So I think that's great how you guys explain it to people and at least try to help their situation, regardless of it's approved or not.
Yes.
You're trying to help them learn and grow and build up their own personal financial lives.
Yeah. Well, as credit unions, at least this credit union feels like it's our responsibility to.
Yeah. And I mean, we all know I don't do the whole financial world side of it, but listening to members and hearing what you guys do, it's rewarding to know that it's good. So thank you.
Well, that's always good to hear.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. I always love sitting on my side of the wall, like new accounts come in and they hear about it. And then, they're scared to talk about things. Mm-hmm. And then when they leave, they're like, I feel heard here. I feel like I can ask questions, or like if they have a stupid question, they're like, I don't feel like you guys look at me and go and laugh. I mean, if you ask me why the sky's blue, maybe, but that's a different situation.
Well, funny enough, I get asked that all the time because the lights in my office are skylight blue. So they do ask me, why are those blue?
Really?
Yeah, little clouds, blue clouds.
Oh, our little clouds. Yeah. Okay. So yes, Adrian and I both in our office have like, instead of when you go into like dentist's office and it's like white panels, we have little clouds.
Yeah.
So
funny enough, I'm sorry. I had to say that.
Yeah, that's true. There. I did set you up. I like it when people are like, oh, look, there's a skylight. And I'm like, no, that's not the outdoors. That's not outside.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you so much for being here today and sharing all this. And hopefully you get some people in telling you about their summer vacation plans in their new vehicle soon.
I hope so.
Thank you guys all for being here today. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.